Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here. And in this evening's movie review, this review is going to be on the new Valentine's Day action comedy film, which I just got out of seeing with my dad and Uncle Charles today. I was going to see this movie earlier this morning, but of course we moved it to the afternoon. So I just got back from seeing this movie, and this review is going to be on Love Hurts. Love Hurts stars Ke Huy Quan and Ariana DeBose together. And so in this movie, we follow a realtor known as Marvin, who receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime whom he left for dead. He now finds himself thrust back into the world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses that turn his open houses into deadly war zones. Haunted by his brother, a crime lord, Marvin must confront the choices that haunt him and the history he never truly buried, whatever. So, yeah. So when I first saw the trailer to this movie, it did look a little kind of interesting, considering the fact that Ke Huy Quan and Ariana DeBose were in this movie together. And, Ke Huy Quan was the kid from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and the Goonies. And of course, he recently just made a comeback to acting, and he won an Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which was one of the best films that ever came out in 2022. And of course, Ariana DeBose was also the same girl from West Side Story, the Disney movie Wish, Argyle, and Kraven the Hunter. So, yeah. And of course, this movie is also set on Valentine's Day, and the movie is also produced by David Leitch, of course. And of course, this is like an action comedy film set on Valentine's Day. So, but after seeing the movie, I really wanted to like this movie at first, but after hearing that people were trashing on this movie and giving this movie like negative reviews, my hopes went down to low. And so after seeing this movie for free, since I work at a movie theater, I honestly thought this movie, let's just say it was an okay movie. Like, it was average. I mean, like I said, I really wanted to like this movie at first, but then the movie ended up being so-so. Like, it was average while at the same time okay, like so-so. Because this movie did have its problems and flaws here and there. Because one problem I do have with this movie is that this movie felt way too rushed and fast-paced. Because the movie's only like an hour and 23 minutes, and which feels like a rushed runtime. Like an hour and 23 minutes. This movie's like very short. Like, I feel like this movie would have worked so much better if the runtime was longer, like up to like an hour and 40 minutes. Then that would have been better. Or maybe like an hour and 50. That could have been a lot better. And the storyline itself, like the storyline and plot wasn't really that good either. Because the story wasn't really on the same levels as the 2021 film Nobody, or the 2022 Christmas film Violent Night. Yeah, because this movie was neither as good as those two. Although, on the positive side, I did like the two main performances, like the two acting performances from Ke Huy Quan and Ariana DeBose. I thought they were decent together, like, I guess, but Ariana DeBose, like, as Rose, like, she was hardly in the movie all that much, because I think she only communicated with Marvin in just one scene during the movie, like during the first half of the movie, and the two don't really share that much chemistry together. And yeah, and of course, yeah, I also had the 3 tickets right here that I went and saw today with Dad and Uncle Charles. 3 tickets, just to make sure you guys know. Yeah. And Daniel Wu, who was also in the movie, he was one of the bad guys in the movie, I think. Yeah, that was Daniel Wu, because like he was one of the bad guys in the movie, and considering the fact that this movie did have a former Goonies star like Ke Huy Quan, like his co-star, because it was confirmed in October 2024 last year that Ke Huy Quan's co-star from the Goonies, Sean Astin, was in the movie too, like from Lord of the Rings and a bunch of other stuff, and like I said, the Goonies that he was in with Ke Huy Quan. Yeah, Sean Astin. I mean, I thought he was fine at first, but do you guys care about spoilers or something like that? Well, considering the fact that people have been trashing on this movie and saying that it's not a good movie at all, I don't think some of you guys out there care. So I'm just gonna spoil this one part that which was also a nitpick that I had with the film. Because like I said, Sean Astin was in the movie. Like he played Marvin's brother in the film, or just like, or quote unquote brothers. Because the reason is because there was actually a scene that like during the middle of the movie, like Sean Astin's character Cliff actually gets stabbed in the eyeball and he never comes back. Yeah, because he was actually stabbed in the eye, and of course he never returns, except for this one short brief clip of him featuring him when Marvin was remembering him during the final fight with one of the bad guys. Where Marvin picks up his hat and remembers him in respect and paying tribute. Like, yeah, that was kind of one of my nitpicks I did have with the film too, because Sean Astin gets killed off in the movie. Cliff gets killed off, and yeah, he never comes back. But as for the Valentine's Day theme in this film, the Valentine's theme that like during the first half of the film, like it was I kind of liked the Valentine's Day theme, I guess. But I gotta say, that other Valentine's Day horror movie that came out the same day as this movie. Well, yeah, but that's a horror movie, and this one's an action comedy. But although I will say, I think Hard Eyes I enjoyed a lot better, since I gave Hard Eyes a 4.5 out of 5, and I thought Hard Eyes was an awesome movie. So yeah, I feel like this movie could have been better if the story was written better, and if the runtime was a lot longer, then that would have worked so much better. But the movie itself ended up being like an average like action comedy film. Although it is kind of cool and interesting how Ke Huy Quan and Ariana DeBose actually provided voiceovers in the Walt Disney animated feature films, the Disney movie Wish, and the upcoming Zootopia 2. Yeah, Asha and Gary the Snake together. Because in case some of you guys have never heard until now, but I'm sure some of you guys may be aware of this, but Ke Huy Quan is actually playing a snake in Zootopia 2, which is coming out this Thanksgiving. Like, Ke Huy Quan is set to play Gary the Snake from the upcoming Zootopia 2. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be great, hopefully. I'll just believe it when I see it. But that aside, overall, Love Hurts was an okay average movie. Although Hard Eyes was better in my opinion. So I'm gonna give Love Hurts 3 stars out of 5. It was okay and average. It could have been so much. It could have been better. Which kind of almost reminds me of more like this movie should have been called. This movie should have been called Love Sucks. Because that's what the title of the movie sounds more like. Love Sucks. Yeah, because it reminds me of one of those like newer recent of those it reminds me of those newer like recent modern Smosh videos, like the If Blank Were Real videos. Like, it reminds me of that one if Blank Were Real video from Smosh, like if reality shows were real. Like at the end of the video, like Ian tries to propose to like a girl he just met, but then he ends up getting pepper sprayed in the eyes with mace from the girl who sprays him in the eyes with mace, and of course Ian gets pepper sprayed, and then he falls onto his knees exclaiming, "Love sucks." Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny at first, but yeah, the film's title is what it sounds more like. Love sucks. That's why people have been trashing on this movie. And the movie's at 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. But that aside, if you're looking for a Valentine's Day movie to watch this weekend to see in theaters, if you like horror movies, then I say go see Hard Eyes instead. That's a better movie to check out if you're a horror movie fan. So there you have it. So overall, oh yeah, I already said this. Like, let's just say Love Hurts was just okay and average. It could have been better, but I mean, I already said that. So you guys already heard my overall thoughts and opinions on this film. So there you have it. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for my movie review on Love Hurts. And that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.